start, we need these basic materials. Firstly, we are going to make the head of the teddy. So for that, we are going to take our dark brown yarn and we are going to make a slip knot. Now just make your chains from here. So we are going to make a total of 11 chains. So once you are done, you have to simply get into the very next chain right here and you are going to make your single crochet like that. So just make your single crochets in all of the chains until you reach till the end, and you will be having a total of 10 chains. So I'm going to show you the last two. So here I am on my last chain. So I've completed my 10th single crochet. Now you have to work in a similar way in this side as well. So simply go in and make your single crochet again to the opposite side as well. So in the opposite side also you are going to make your 10 single crochets in all of the chain spaces. So by the end again you are going to have 20 single crochets. So once you are done, just make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 2. For round 2 we are going to make increase into the first stitch. That means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Then you are going to make 8 single crochets into the following stitches. So after making 8 single crochets, you have to make increase into the next stitch. So that means you are going to make 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Then again one more increase into the next stitch. Again 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Now again you will repeat 8 single crochets into the following stitches. And into the last stitch you are going to make increase. So just make your 2 single crochet over there. And now we are going to close the round. So just make your slip stitch into the first stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 3. So for round 3 you are simply going to have 24 single crochets around because we are not going to make any increases this time. So you are simply going to have the same stitches around. So once you reach till the end, you're simply going to make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 4. For round 4 you are going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then we are going to make decreases. So you are going to make your half single crochet and then a full single crochet including your next stitch like that. Again I'm going to show you. So just make 1 single crochet into the next stitch, then again a decrease. So just make a half single crochet and then again a full single crochet including all 3 at once. So like that you make a decrease and follow this pattern for 6 times for this round. So by the end you are going to have 18 single crochets So lastly, once you have completed the round, just make your slip stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 5. Over here we can just flip it inside out because we are going to work on the right side. So it will look like this. Now just continue working. So for round 5, we are simply going to make 18 single crochets in all of the stitches. There will be no increases in this round. So once you have completed making 18 single crochets, lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 6. For round 6, you are simply going to make 4 single crochets into the following 4 stitches. So I have completed my 4 single crochets. Now I am going to make my decrease. Then into the 5th stitch we are going to make decrease like this, and you are going to follow this pattern 3 times, and by the end you are going to have 15 single crochets by the end of round 6. So lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 7. For round 7, you are simply going to make 15 single crochets in all of the stitches until the end. And lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 8. Now for round 8, you are going to make 3 single crochets into the following 3 stitches. This is the first one, second single crochet and third single crochet. Now we are going to make the decrease. So just make your decrease like this, and you will follow this pattern 3 times, and by the end you are going to have 12 single crochets left with you for your round 8. Lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 9. For round 9, you are simply going to make 12 single crochets around, and by the end you are going to have 12 single crochet only, and just make your slip stitch and chain 1 into the first stitch to close the round. And for round 10, you are simply going to make again 12 single crochets around, and then you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 and keep a very long length for the sewing part and pull everything tightly, and your head part is done. Now we are going to start with the body. So firstly we are going to take our dark brown yarn and we are going to start with round 1. So we are going to make our slip stitch and just make chains. So we'll be making a total of 13 chains this time, and in the similar way we are going to make single crochets around. So just make your single crochet into the next stitch and just go on making single crochets till the end, and by the end you are going to have 12 single crochets. So I have done my 12 single crochets. Now just continue making 12 single crochets on the opposite side as well. So in total you are going to have 24 single crochets. Lastly, you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 into the very first stitch to close the round. Now we are going to start with round 2. For round 2, you are going to make increase into the first stitch, that means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Then you are going to make 9 single crochets around. And after completing 9th single crochet into the 10th stitch, you are going to make increase. Again, you are going to make 2 more increases into the following 2 stitches. So that means you have made a total of 3 increases. Now again you are going to make a total of 9 single crochets. And then again you are going to make 2 increases into the following 2 stitches. And lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1. So by the end of round 2 you are going to have 30 single crochets. For round 3 you are simply going to make 30 single crochets around. And once you have completed making 30 single crochets, now just simply make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 4. For round 4, you are simply going to make 3 single crochet into the following 3 stitches. Into the 4th stitch, we are going to make decrease. So this is how you will make your decrease. Now just follow this pattern 6 times around and you are going to have a total of 24 single crochets by the end of this round. So lastly just make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 5. For round 5 you are simply going to make 24 single crochets around, and once you have completed making 24 single crochets, simply make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 6. In the meanwhile you are just going to flip the work because we are going to work on the right side only. So like this. And for round 6 we are going to make 2 single crochets into the first 2 stitches and then we are going to make a decrease. So like this you are going to follow this pattern 6 times and you are going to have a total of 18 single crochets by the end. Again make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 7. For round 7 you are simply going to make 18 single crochets around. There will be no increases in this round. And just make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 8. For round 8 you will do the exact same thing that you did in round 7. That means you are simply going to have 18 single crochets around, and lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 9. For round 9 we are going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then we'll make a decrease into the next stitch like this. So just follow this pattern 6 times around and you are going to have a total of 12 single crochets by the end of this round. And lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 10. So for round 10 again you are going to make your 12 single crochets around, and once you are done just make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 11. For round 11 again you are going to make 12 single crochets around, and this time you're going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 and you have to cut your yarn and secure it. Now our head and body is complete. Now we'll make the nose. So for that we are going to take our black yarn and we are going to make a slip knot and then start making chains. So we will be making a total of 4 chains and then we'll make 3 single crochets into the following 3 chains. So this is the first single crochet, second single crochet, and this will be my last single crochet. Similarly on the opposite side as well we'll make 3 single crochets. So again I'm going to make my single crochet and just go on making single crochets, and by the end you are going to have 6 single crochets around. And lastly just make your slip stitch into the first single crochet and just chain 1, cut the yarn and pull everything properly and fix it. Now we'll make the ears. So for that take your dark brown yarn and just make a magic ring and chain 2. Now insert a total of 8 half double crochets into this magic ring. So for that yarn over and just make your half double crochet through that magic hole. And lastly just make your slip stitch into the same magic ring and pull everything very tight and just make 1 chain and cut the yarn. Similarly you are going to make one more ear like this, and this is how it will look. Now we'll make the legs. So for that take your light brown yarn and for the first round we are going to make a magic ring and we are going to chain 1 and make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So once you have made your 6 single crochets, just pull everything properly and just make your slip stitch into the first single crochet space like that and just chain 1. Now we are going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then into the second stitch we'll make an increase. So for the increase we are going to make 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Then again we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then again we are going to make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So you are going to follow this pattern of 1 single crochet and 1 increase till the end for 3 times and you will be left with 9 single crochets. And lastly make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 3. For round 3 you are simply going to make 1 single crochets in all of the stitches. So by the end you are going to have 9 single crochets. And lastly make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 4. So for round 4 you are going to switch color. So just take your dark brown yarn and pull it like this. Now just make 1 single crochet into the same space. Now just take in all of the yarns together and continue making your single crochets around. So by the end you are going to have 9 single crochets with your dark brown yarn. Now you can just flip it like this because we are going to work on the right side, and just continue making your single crochets. So lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 5. So from round 5 to from round 9 you are going to do the exact same thing that you did in round 4. That is, you are going to make 9 single crochets around each time, and lastly just make your slip stitch and chain 1 and keep a little bit of yarn for the sewing, and you will make a total of 2 pieces like this for the legs. Now we are going to make the hands. So for that, take your light brown yarn again and make your magic ring and just chain 1 and make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. Now once you are done making 6 single crochets, just pull everything properly and just make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 2. For round 2, you are simply going to make 1 single crochet in all of the stitches, so you will have a total of 6 single crochets by the end. And lastly, you are going to make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 3. So you are going to do the exact same thing in round 3 like you did in round 2. Now we are on our round 4. So over here again we are going to switch color. So take your dark brown yarn and just chain 1 and make 1 single crochet into the same space. And just continue making 1 single crochets around. So by the end you are going to have 6 single crochets with your dark brown yarn. And lastly make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with new round. So from round 5 to round 9 you are going to do the exact same thing that you did in round 4. Simply make your 6 single crochets around. And lastly make your slip stitch and chain 1. And keep a little bit of yarn for the sewing. So you will make a total of 2 pieces like this, and so you are done with the hands also. Now stuff in cotton in all of these crochet parts. Now from here all you have to sew all the parts together. So I have tried my best to show you the sewing process quickly. You can take your time and go on sewing it. So firstly I am going to sew the head and the body part together. So after you're done sewing, to secure we are just going to make 2 knots and we are going to hide the tail inside the body. Now we are going to sew the ears to the head on the tip of both the sides. Now I am going to attach the legs together. So in the similar way, we are going to attach both of the hands also. So while sewing, if some of the cotton parts were coming out, don't worry, we are going to burn it with the lighter. Now we'll paste the nose. Now we'll make the eyes. So you are simply going into the 2 stitches 2-3 times and you are making the eyes. Like that you have to make the eyes. And if you want, you can make this bow. And cut the extra parts. And finally it's done.